Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to continue on with the Gauge Pod. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this little project here. With that being said, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys. So, what did we hit? Like the 10th episode, last episode. So, I think this is going on for way too long. So, I'm only going to do 2 more. So, this episode will be cleaning this up, getting the other half into it, and pouring the mold for the back side of it. So it'll be the second part of it. And the next one will be producing a part out of it. Because yeah, it's just going on for way too long. So let's get to sanding this back nice and smooth. Clean up the little bits that I've added, and I'll get that into it, upside down. So we're doing that part. I've cleaned it up quite a bit, taken off the sharp edges, gotten rid of the release. I haven't really flattened this off yet. I think most of it will be a positive on the other one, so that'll be okay. Someone's having fun. And actually just ripped apart this because it was popped up a bit. It wouldn't sit flush, and first piece of the mold actually has this edge on it, so it's giving me the height that's actually pushing down into this. So that's all I need. So it's like the little cubby bit, be able to push that in, and yeah, be good. Alrighty. I got it in, it was tight fit, but now that I've got it in, I can see that I need to take this part down where I added some, and it's a bit rough. So I'm going to smooth this edge off so I have a good, easier release. So, yeah. Hope this works out okay. Okay, guys. I just pulled it out again, sanded some of it down, put that edge better, and I did sand this down a bit, make it a bit smoother, and time to get that wax on. So I'm going to fill in around these edges here to make sure that the gel coat does not go underneath. And we have another piece locked into it. So yeah, we'll do the wax and then the release. Wait for the release to dry, and then we'll do a coat of gel coat tonight. It's about 10 o'clock now, so expecting maybe 11 o'clock I'll finish, hopefully. Okay, boys, I have waxed it up. As you can see, I've got a bit of wax in that front edge there, a lot here, and a bit of the back here, and a lot there. But I have wiped it off a bit. There was a lot more on there, so it's plenty of wax. Now I need to go rinse out my brush that I use for the release, and this little Nava container. And brush it on, wait for it to dry, and do the gel coat. Alrighty, just waiting for the release to dry, and we'll get some gel coat on. Alright guys, it's about 11:30 now, so it's been about an hour Some of it's dry, some of it's not, especially in this section here. It's a bit thicker, so I'll come back in the morning and do gel coat. Alrighty guys, it's the next day. Got my gloves on. It's about 7 o'clock. When you measure up, how much? Maybe 75 to 100 grams of gel coat. I'll put some hardener in it, brush it on. We'll come back after work. Alright, we've got the gel coat on. I didn't use the 100, probably about 75. I did a pretty thin layer just to cover up all the blue. Then we'll get the resin on and maybe 1 or 2 layers of fiberglass just so it's a bit more flexible. Fingers crossed it doesn't crack though, so we'll probably go 2 layers of fiberglass. And I did wax and release along the edges too, so I can just grind it down anyway. So yeah, come back after work and finish it off. Alright guys, I'm back. This is dry. So I'm going to cut out some fiberglass now. So what I'm going to do is I will cut out that size and cut 2 slits like that, so then it will come up. Okay guys, we've got the fiberglass on now, so wait for it to dry. So we'll come back tomorrow, trim up the edges, and I'm going to drill some holes around it so both sides line up when they go back together. And yeah, we'll release it to see how good this side of the mold is. Guessing this side is 100 times better than the other one. Right, see you soon. It's the next night. I'm going to pull this apart. So I'm not going to chop it. I'm going to drill it in a few spots so I know that they line up. I'm not going to drill on this edge here. Once I get it apart, I can screw it back together without the actual plug in there, and I'll trim it up to make it look a bit better so we don't have any of these little fellas, because if any resin gets on that, it'll lock it in with the piece that I'm going to make. So yeah, we've got to get rid of that. Okay, get the drill and drill bit. That is decent enough size to get probably an M8 bolt through. Well, it helps if I actually look at the other side. So I've only got 2 holes to bolt it together. I just didn't make the flange big enough on the other side, so too bad. Maybe here and here might be enough. I'm running out of room as I get further down, and I'm pretty sure I can't go onto that edge there, because that's actually the piece, I believe. So maybe about here and here we'll go for a hole. Alright, we've got the 2 holes there, so 4 altogether. And the next mold I do of this is going to be a lot better. So the join will actually be along this top edge. That's just going to be so much better. Anyway, let's try to pull this apart. I did wax up the edges and put release on the edges as well, so hopefully it should just pop off. A bit of resin up here. Alrighty boys, so I just popped off the first piece that I made before, So the mold is still stuck in there. Hope it comes out. It's stuck in there. What? I think it's because I actually did put a little bit of the gyprock on the bottom side to smooth it off a bit, and that's what's stuck. So keep at it. Hopefully I don't wreck this. This little leading edge here is stuffed, but yeah, we'll fix that. And literally like 2 or 3 seconds later I just yeeted it and it popped out. So yeah. Paint. So overspray from when I did the top that got onto the bottom, and all the crap that I filled in, as you can see. So this line is actually the front edge. So this one here, where I thought it was, is not. However, I'm going to clean this up. I'll try to get this gyprock out. I do need to. Well, that's correct. Bolt them back together with these 4, and then I'll cut this edge off. We did have a bit of an issue here and here on these edges, but yeah, not too bad. This is 2 to 3 layers of fiberglass, and it did flex a bit. Now let's have a look where we got stuck. Yeah. Just the overspray that wasn't really cleaned up. I didn't really clean it up very well, or prep it, should I say. As you can see, this section here actually came off pretty good, but where the overspray was from when I was doing the top, I grabbed onto it. Oh well, it's out now. So, yeah. So pretty much what you see here is a replica of the cubby. So this should be the exact same measurements of the original cubby that's in the center, and then we'll be laying onto this to create a better one of these. Now, yesterday, when it was the day before, when I put the gel coat down, I didn't do a thick one, so we don't have much to work with here, but we do need to sand off the black paint. I've got most of the release off, but yeah, we'll be doing some sanding. It's not the best, but yeah, we'll get in there and smooth it off a bit. It is a bit bumpy, a little bit of water in there too still, but yeah, once we send that back down, I'll put the other half of the mold on top and bolt it down with those 4, and then we'll chop it, we'll trim it so we don't have fiberglass sticking into me. Should be wearing gloves, but I started before I put them on, and might as well just keep going. Let's sand it. Alright guys, so I've cleaned it up, sanded it down as best that I can. Too fussed about that. Might just, again, I'll just load this up with wax. But yeah, I've got to work out how I'm going to join the actual pieces together. I've got no idea in my head, but I have to wait and see next episode how I'm going to do that. For now, we are going to bolt the other one back to it. Boop. So a couple of bolts through there, nuts on the other side. Should probably have some washers on there too. And yeah, we'll trim it up. We'll follow the line of this top section. It'll be nice and neat. Do need to clean that edge up too. I want to get that as good as I can. I just sent it and leveled that off a bit. It's a lot better. But, I bought these M6 20mm for when I was doing my guards, so I use them now. Hopefully they are good. And I've got these washers that I got as well, so they don't just rip into the fiberglass. Probably won't be able to use the washers on these though. Alright boys, bolted in. So we have washers on both sides up the back here, and no washers at all because I'll get too close and we'll be cutting through the washer. So I'm going to trim this up right now actually. Screw it. Let's do it. And there we have it guys. All trimmed up. There is a couple little fluffy bits around this edge. But that's it. The mold is done. It's bolted together. It's cleaned up to where I want it to be. So now, the next episode, we'll be making the piece from this mold. From that piece, we'll make a better mold. We'll see how it comes out. But yeah, I might make it different. Most likely will. So instead of it coming down here, it'll be flat here, and that side piece that is on here will actually be on the bottom section. I think it might be better that way. Then we'll have the join along that top edge around here, so it'll look like that. We'll have that. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. Might turn out alright, and it might be easy to release with just the flat one and no any other material in there except for gel coat and fiberglass like it should be. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see with the next episode. So boys, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this little project and any other project that I've got going on. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.